Welcome you all in lecture number 23 of Engineering Mathematics 1 MTL 1025. In this lecture, we are going to discuss some problems related to gamma function. Okay, related to gamma function. For example, first we evaluate what is the gamma of 1 by 2. In previous lecture, we already used that gamma of 1 by 2 is square root of pi. How gamma of 1 by 2 is equal to square root of pi. Okay, so start from here and later on we will see some more examples related to the gamma function. Okay, see the value of gamma 1 by 2. What is gamma 1 by 2? We know that gamma of n is equal to integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus x to the power minus 1 by 2 dx. Okay, then gamma of 1 by 2 is equal to integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus x to the power, sorry, this is not minus 1 by 2, sorry, this is n minus 1. So putting n is equal to 1 by 2, this is minus 1 by 2 dx. Okay, so this is the gamma 1 by 2. Okay, now if we use the transformation x is equal to y square, then what is dx? Dx is equal to 2y dy. Okay, and what is the limit? If x equal to 0, then y equal to 0. If x equal to infinity, then y equal to infinity. Means there is no change in the limit. E to the power minus y square x to the power minus 1 by 2, that is y to the power minus 1 into 2 into y, that is dx, 2y dy. Okay, and what is this? This is 0 to infinity e to the power minus y square into 2 dy. This is gamma 1 by 2. This is gamma 1 by 2. Okay, remember the relation. This is gamma 1 by 2. Again, this gamma 1 by 2 we can write it 2 into integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus x square dx. Why? Since we know that value of integral does not change if we change the variable. Value of the definite integral doesn't change if we replace variable by some other variable. Okay, so this is the gamma 1 by 2, 2 into 0 to infinity to the power minus x square dx. Now multiply star and double star, then this becomes gamma of 1 by 2 whole square is equal to 4 0 to infinity e to the power minus x square plus y square dx dy. Okay, for the solution of this one, again apply the transformation, convert this Cartesian function into polar coordinate. X is equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta. Then we already discussed in the Jacobian, this dx dy is equal to Jacobian dr d theta, right? And what is the Jacobian of this? This is r, that is r dr d theta. Okay, so sorry, this is the double integral, no? Double integral 0 to infinity, 0 to infinity. Okay, now after applying this transformation, x is equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta, and dx dy is equal to Jacobian of dr d theta, that is r dr d theta. Then this term becomes 4 into, right? See, the range is this one. Range of integration is this one. If we convert it into polar coordinate, then we have to consider one strip, right? Say this is the strip. Okay, so this is the strip. If we sweep this strip, this strip will come to this part and this strip will go to this part. One portion is at up to the y-axis and one portion up to the x-axis. X-axis is theta equal to 0 and y-axis is theta is equal to pi by 2. Okay, so the integral is 0 to pi by 2, and what is r? R is 0 to infinity. Okay, r is 0 to infinity. e to the power, what is x square plus y square? If x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta, then x square plus y square is equal to r square, that is e to the power minus r square. What is dx dy? Dx dy is r dr d theta. Okay, so this integral, this double integral, after using polar coordinate, this integral is converted into this form. Okay, this form. Now you integrate it. Now for integral of this, let us again assume let r square is equal to, z. Then what is r dr? R dr is equal to dz by 2. Okay, what is the limit? If r equal to 0, then z equal to 0. If r equal to infinity, then z equal to infinity. Okay, so this limit r dr becomes dz by 2. E to the power minus r square become e to the power minus z. Okay, e to the power, let us see, first erase this and again we will discuss it. See this one, right? This integral can be written as simple way 0 to pi by 2 d theta and integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus r square r dr in this. Okay, you can write it in simple way. This is equal to 4. What is this? This is pi by 2. Okay, into what is this integral? This, see, what is this integral? This integral is e to the power minus r square into r dr is also present. So integrate it. Let r square is equal to z. Then r dr is equal to dz by 2. Right? So in limit 0 to infinity, e to the power minus z. What is r dr? That is dz by 2. 1 by 2. Okay. So this 4 cancel out. This one is pi 0 to infinity e to the power minus z dz. And we know that this integral is 1. So this is equal to pi. And what is the left hand side? Left hand side is gamma 1 by 2 square. Gamma 1 by 2 square. Then what is gamma 1 by 2? Gamma 1 by 2 is equal to square root of pi. Okay? Gamma 1 by 2 equal to square root. Later on we will prove some different method. Okay, some different method to show that gamma 1 by 2 is equal to square root of pi. Okay, now let us see some more example. See this example. First, you have to know how we solve this type of example. See, first you check the limit 0 to infinity. Okay, 0 to infinity. Then you can apply the gamma function. Gamma function, for applying the gamma function, we know that what is the integrand? Integrand is e to the power minus x to the power n minus 1 dx. Okay. If not it, then apply some transformation. If it is converted into this form, if integrand is converted into this form and limit is 0 to infinity, to these two conditions, integrand is converted into this form and limit is 0 to infinity. If these two conditions are true, then you go for the gamma function. Okay, gamma function is not applicable everywhere. Okay, if the integrand is of this form, this one, and limit is 0 to infinity, right, then you go for the gamma function. And what is the procedure? Procedure is this one. We know that gamma of n equal to integral 0 to infinity to the power minus x to the power n minus 1 dx. So our first target is whatever be the power of exponent, that we have to make in this form. See here, what is the power of this exponent? Square root of x. So first you apply transformation. Let us assume square root of x is equal to t. Okay. Then what is x? X is equal to t square. What is dx? Dx is 2t dt. Okay. Now apply this term here. If x equal to 0, then what is t? T equal to 0. If x equal to infinity, then what is t? T is equal to infinity. Then what is dx? Dx is 2t dt. Write it here. 2t dt. Okay. What is e to the power minus square root of x? That is e to the power minus t. Something like this. Okay. E to the power minus x, e to the power minus t. Okay. Then x to the power 1 by 4. What is x to the power 1 by 4? X equal to t to the power 2. X to the power 1 by 4 means t square to the power 1 by 4. That is t to the power 1 by 2. Okay, so write it t to the power 1 by 2. So this becomes 2 into integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus t and t to the power 1 by 2 plus 1, that is the 3 by 2 dt. Okay, now this can be written as 2 into integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus t. What is t? T is 3 by 2, but we have to write the power of this algebraic term in terms of n minus 1. So if 3 by 2, this can be written as 5 by 2 minus 1. So write it 5 by 2 minus 1 dt. Okay, then this is equal to 2, and we know that what is this term? By definition of gamma function, this is gamma 5 by 2. And what is gamma 5 by 2? 3 by 2, 1 by 2, gamma 1 by 2. Okay, so this is equal to 2, 3 by 2, 1 by 2, gamma 1 by 2, that is root pi. This one is cancelled out. This is 3 by 2 square root of pi. So value of this integral is 3 by 2 square root of pi. Okay. Okay. Now come to the second example. See this one. Again apply same procedure. Make it t, z, or u, whatever you want. Now in which variable you want to transform. You want to transform it. That is x to the power 1 by 3 is equal to t. Then what is x? X is equal to t to the power 3. What is dx? Dx is equal to 3t square dt. Yes. What is the limit? 0 to infinity. E to the power minus t. And what is square root of x? X to the power 1 by 2. X to the power 1 by 2 means t cubed to the power 1 by 2. That is t 3 by 2. This is t 3 by 2. Okay. Dx. What is dx? Dx is 3t square dt. Okay. Then this becomes integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus t 3 by 2 plus 2. That is 7 by 2. Sorry, t to the power 7 by 2 into 3. Okay, then this becomes 7 by 2, we can write it t to the power 7 by 2, that is 9 by 2 minus 1. Okay, then 3 integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus t to the power 9 by 2 minus 1 dt. Then we know that what is this? This is gamma 9 by 2. 3 into gamma 9 by 2. And what is gamma 9 by 2? 7 by 2, 5 by 2, 3 by 2, 1 by 2, gamma 1 by 2 into square root. Okay. So solve it and see the value of this integral is 315 divided by 16 square root of pi. Okay. Now come to this problem. Okay. What is this problem? This problem is exponential is not given. Then what you do? Let us assume a to the power x is e to the power t. Okay, taking log. Then x log a is equal to t. Okay, what is dx? Dx is equal to dt by log a. Now put all the values here. If t is x equal to 0, if x equal to 0, then what is t? If x equal to 0 into log a, that is t, then t equal to 0. If x equal to infinity, then t equal to infinity. Okay, x to the power a, what is x? X is this, then t divided by log of a whole to the power a to the power x, a to the 1 upon a to the power x, that is a to the power minus x. And what is a to the power x? 1 upon e to the power t, this is e to the power minus. So e to the power minus. What is dx? dt by log a. Okay, so simplify this term. Log a to the power a and log a. This term is taken out of the integral since it is the constant term. So log of a whole to the power a plus 1. Integral 0 to infinity t to the power a e to the power minus t. Then write it in this form. This one is okay. 0 to infinity e to the power minus t to the power a plus 1 minus 1 dt. So this is equal to gamma of a plus 1. It means gamma of a plus 1 divided by log of a whole to the power a plus 1. Okay. Now let's see the last example of this lecture. Evaluate integral 0 to 1 x to the power n minus 1 log of 1 upon x whole to the power m minus 1 dx. Okay, here no exponential term, so make this term is exponential. Whether it is possible? Yes, log and exponential are the inverse function of each other, so use this relation. Okay, this relation. See, let us assume log of 1 by x is equal to t. Okay, then what is 1 by x? If log of 1 by x is equal to t, see the base is e, no? Then 1 by x is equal to e to the power t. Then what is x? X is equal to e to the power minus t. Then what is dx? Dx is equal to minus e to the power minus t dt. Okay. Okay. So this term is, what is this term? This term is t. So t to the power m minus 1. Okay. T to the power m minus 1. Okay. X to the power n minus 1. What is x? X is e to the power minus t. Then e to the power minus t to the power n minus 1. Okay. And what is dx? Dx is minus et dt. So add the power of these two terms, since these are the exponential term. So e to the power minus nt plus t, and here minus nt plus t, and into e to the power minus t. So what is this? This is e to the power minus nt first term, and t to the power m minus 1 dt. Okay, again see, this power is e to the power nt, and in gamma function definition this is e to the power minus x, x to the power n minus 1, integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus x1. So apply the transformation. Let nt is equal to u, then t is equal to u by n, and dt is equal to du by n. Integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus u, since e to the power nt is u, so e to the power minus u, t to the power, what is t? T is u by n to the power m minus 1, and what is dt? Dt is du by n. Right? After solving this term, we got this one, 1 upon n to the power m minus 1 into 1 by n, that is 1 upon n to the power m, integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus u, u to the power m minus 1, and this integral is nothing but the gamma m divided by n to the power m. Okay, so value of this integral is this one. Okay, we will stop here, and next lecture we will discuss about the beta function and relation between the beta and gamma function. Okay.